Welcome back to my channel. I'm Keepsy, aka Keeper of the Keys. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Okay, so what does my collective need to know today? Again, these are collective readings and they're not going to resonate with everybody. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Wow. So we've got some sort of sibling rivalry, a sibling who is very greedy and deceptive. Okay, a very deceptive, greedy sibling. So he's getting at this jealousy as well. Gifts in reverse. This sibling wants to be able to take your gifts, some gift of yours, entitlement, because this sister feels entitled. So this sister's been very, very deceptive. She's lying, she's took something, she's making out like she's not took it. But she's took it, alright? She don't want to tell you because it's going to upset you. But she's very deceptive, so if she's planning on upsetting, then why will she not tell you? Why will this sibling not tell you that she's took something, what's not hers? She knows it wasn't hers, but she was just extremely greedy at the time. Just can't make it up. Look at that, theft. Stealing something. Then she's doing a lot of dark energy. Okay? She's been stealing something. She's probably been stealing energy. She's been stealing things left, right and centre. She's been taking gifts left, right and centre. She's probably claiming to have the very same gifts and skills what her sister has, but she can do it better. Oh, I'm her sister. I can do it better than her. Even if that means stealing. Very, very deceptive. Very jealous. Very envious. Take, steal, 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 steal. And she's a false person. She's fake. And so quite possibly, this could end up in court. You just can't make it up. For theft. And this sister, for what she's took, because it was never hers to take, and it was something big. It was something major. It's going to put her in prison. She's going to go to prison for what she's took. Alright, she's going to go to the court for this theft, and after it, she's going to go to prison for theft and doing some sort of black magic. So maybe he's going to get a letter surrounding this sibling and that she's appeared up at court and that she's been sentenced for theft. So there's hope. Quite possibly this has something to do with a living room, this court case, this court proceeding, this court. Yeah, something to do with inside of a family living room. This pleasant letter, we've got gaining a lot of money. This pleasant letter could have been delivered, okay, by a military person or someone from the military, someone with a military background, something to do with a letter. It could gain a lot of money, some sort of inheritance. But this sister, she thought she'd steal it. So they did some sort of meetings, okay? This sister was meeting up, okay? This sister was meeting up and she planned to take this letter, receiving a gift. And with this, we've got a little child. She's still actually a child. She just thought she'd take it. She got very, very childish. I mean, even if she's like 30-something, she's like a child. She's gonna, yeah. This receiving a gift and this money could be something to do with something that's happened at childhood. There's a lot of court energy. She's actually sat in your living room, looked around your living room and thought, what can I take? So maybe one day, this sibling was around and you thought, oh, I'm going to get an extra half an hour's sleep. You know, I'm not feeling too good today. She took it upon herself. Or this sister could have come. This sister could have had some sort of short illness. And she thought, my sister seems happy. I'm going to go around to my sister's. You know, get some help from her. She learned about this gift. She learned about gaining a lot of money. She learned a lot, and she became greedy and jealous. Yeah, grief. And it was sad news to her, because she knows her sister's a good lady. So when she went to her sister's house, she got really sad, and she started to get really upset because of how well her own sister was doing in life, how strong her sister is, how gifted her sister is. Maybe even her nieces or nephews got jealous of them. Also got jealous of that happiness, that laughter, and that success in love. You could be this manipulative person. Success in love, and it made her sick to see that her sister's a good lady. She could quite possibly have enough money to buy her own house, and she didn't want this feminine or masculine, well, this feminine, to have this masculine's love. She wanted to ruin that full journey, that full life path. She wanted this destiny for herself. She wanted the money, she wanted the guy, she wanted the kids, she wanted a house, she wanted the very same trials, tribulations. She wanted to steal someone else's destiny. Wow. So she's going to be in grief when she gets that guilty and she goes to prison. Okay? Because there is some sort of pleasant letter surrounding money. Maybe it could have been a letter surrounding someone passing, someone from the military passing, and some will money, and that never got there. Because this immature sibling took that gift. This immature sibling took that gift. So that is why she is appearing as a judge, and she might have done this when she was just under the age of 18. But now she's over the age of 18 years of age. She's going to be tried for adult. So because she was under the age of 18, she thought she could get away with it. Now, because she's older and she's still not resurrected her mistakes and given that gift back of that a lot of money, she is going to be tried as an adult by this official person. Official judge is going to come pick her up, and that's it. She's getting tried as an adult. So she's been working behind the scenes to stop this from coming out, to stop her from going to prison. Wow. And to be honest, I'm getting some, with this magic what came out in reverse, she's done some sort of a voodoo doll. So she's getting into trying to torture her own sister because she's jealous, and she'll even try and smile in her sister's face knowing that, well, maybe half an hour or an hour or so ago she was just stabbing pins in a voodoo doll because she wants to avoid going to prison. So she could already have a warrant out for her arrest. This could be the officials gathering evidence, knowing that she's fake and she's false, and they've cut right through that mask and they can see what's on the inside, which is a very sick individual. A very sick individual. Very, very greedy. Very, very deceptive. So there was some sort of despair surrounding taking some sort of male identity, taking this pleasant letter, taking that, and them thinking, maybe this feminine won't have to work again. Maybe my own sister won't have to work again. I want this gift. So there's lots of gifts what's come out. Two lots of messages and money. And she just got really childish, yeah. She didn't even think about the consequences. Maybe she's got away with crimes of the similar type from a young age, so she thinks that she should be able to get away with it all the time. So with this unexpected income and this sudden wealth, what she's been in on taking, she's been dishing out money left, right and centre. She's been going mad. She's been going to might not necessarily be Las Vegas, but definitely some sort of amusement, trotting around, acting high on her, trotting around her family room, gathering family meetings, saying, look, was coming out of this poverty, now you're going to be a wealthy man, Dad, I'm going to be a rich girl, and this change, and stuff like that. Her and her boyfriend was down for taking this great fortune. So they put a lot of work in behind the scenes, and they thought, with this distant horizons and this theft, they can trot around acting all mobster mafia and spend that money on drugs trafficking and get people just sat there at local benches ready to pass these drugs. And this father figure is down for that, because this father figure thinks he's some sort of gangster. He thinks he runs the mafia. He thinks he runs the mafia. And whatever he says goes. And if this is her father, it could quite possibly be this other feminine's father or stepfather. And he's down for it. So there's a father who's let his own daughter steal off his other daughter, and this father knows that this daughter who's been doing the stealing is actually going to prison for theft, and he is going to be an accomplice. Have you got it? Did you get it? Did you get it? You see him coming out the window. Did you get it? Yeah, I got it. Did you get it? Yeah, I got it. Did you get it? Yeah. Wow. And they want to put an ending to this court proceeding, because they're trying to stop her from going to prison, because she's acting and she's going back in child mode now. Wants to act all like an adult, wants to be treated like an adult, but when it comes to the law, she wants to be treated like a little child. She's going to start playing on her mental health next. She's going to try and say that this feminine's mentally retarded, who she's stolen from. Yeah. Yep, she's extremely childish, and she's trying to say that the one she's stolen from is mentally retarded, so she's a manipulating little bitch. Wow. And she's even paying for people in the community to do exactly the same thing. Just say that she's mentally retarded, and I'll give you some of this money, what she's stolen, what she's helped to steal. So she's paying people in the community money. So it could have been a man, it could have been a wealthy man. It could have been a wealthy man who left this money, who was linking to the military, and they wanted to steal it for themselves. So here they are, going. Maybe they know about this wealthy man leaving a gift, and that they took a gift. They diverted the mail. So they either diverted the mail, or she was sat there at the window waiting for the postman to come so she could grab it. She was sat in the living room. She played out that she was ill. She didn't feel too well. I don't feel too well. I want to go home. Yeah. So if this is resonating, if your sister came and she has robbed something from you, this money, this wealth, she wanted to go home, and she made out like she wasn't feeling too good and she really missed home. But previous to that, she couldn't wait to get out of the house, because there's always arguing. Always arguing with her parents, who are caught in each other. Her and her boyfriend arguing. Her brother or sister in another relationship arguing. And she just wanted to get out of the house, because she was in despair. She wasn't expecting that when she got there, they was going to do this. But she thought, I'm down for it. And her dad's like, yeah, I'm down for that as well. I can't believe it. So he acts like a 5-year-old spoilt little brat, because he's stolen from his own daughter. So they're going to get tried. He's never going to leave prison. He's going to die in prison, he is. This father figure's going to die in prison. She might get out, you know. But he's definitely going to fall ill in prison. And that's going to be there. What are you in for? I stole off my own daughter. And that's literally what they are. What are you in for? Do you know, when it goes to this court, and he's going to say, he's going to have to say he stole it from his own daughter. Here he is. He helps take a gift from his own daughter because he didn't want to see his daughter become a privileged lady for her line of work. With his occupation and coughing, it could actually be some sort of mediumship. Again, this is a collective reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but it could be some sort of mediumship, and they want to be able to take that gift as well. So physical gifts, spiritual gifts, children, that full life, the house, the home, the clothes, literally everything is what this sister wants to be. She wants to be everything that she's not. And she's really trying to avoid prison for taking this money. Community people know about it. She thinks it's funny. She'll let me argue a couple of quid. But sooner or later, yeah, one of these people's going to dob her in. One of these people is going to find out this information is going to get into the wrong hand. They're going to see that she's sick. And someone needs to report her for, stealing. And then literally trying to manipulate his thoughts and anyone else's thoughts and say, oh, she's a nutter. What do you mean? She's jealous. It's even coming out. She's very deceptive. She's stealing. And she's going to court. She's going to prison for theft. Of course she's going to call someone a nutter. She doesn't want to go to prison. And it seems to be, it's like a fashion trend nowadays. Someone speaks the truth and speaks out and they get called a nutter. So the ones who get called crazy are probably not crazy. They're probably more woke. They're probably more in tune and speak the truth. And the ones who are saying that are probably the ones who are crazy and not even woke. But this feminine, you are going to become a rich girl. There's going to be a good gentleman who's going to let you know about some sort of bereavement, a loss, and some will money. And for your work, he wanted to bring you great happiness for that line of work, so he left a lot of money. This is where this pleasant letter comes in. And he actually wrote down his thoughts, and he was trying to send a military person towards this feminine with this letter, but for some strange reason, it did not get to the correct person. There was a change. Okay. A change in address, a change in the birth certificates, a change in this, a change in documentation so they could claim it, a change. So this main person labelled feminine, this feminine as incompetent so they could claim all the money in a court case. I mean, it's pretty much similar what's happened with me at Hull Crown Court, local court